So I'm doing this video. A lot of people aren't going to like this video. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll feel the same way and your opinions are shunned online. But basically it's about Joey Swoll, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew. And to be honest with you, to quote The Rock, I think he's the biggest monkey's anus on God's earth. He is a donkey of a man. I can't stand the little shitbag. He's the type of guy that you want to slap the face off and spit in his face. I find him appalling. And I think it's because I've been involved with marketing. I have a lot of my own businesses and stuff. So what you see online, obviously I can't 100% say, but, 99.9% sure it is all bullshit and fake. He probably does all the stuff he's against. He's marketing and he's found a group of losers, and that's people who follow him are losers who've achieved nothing in life, who go, Joey. Well, he goes around as a woman hater and a bit of a, just a loser of a man, if I'm honest. And it's weird because, like, when I was first told about him, I hadn't checked him out. It's going a long time ago now, and I was like, oh, okay, sounds quite good. What he does sounds quite good. And I saw his first video, and I was like, whoa, look at the, not like the salesman technique, but he's just so fake. The influencer techniques, to manipulate you and make you fall into his shit. And I was like, anyone who's probably a big into the gym properly, like the bodybuilding lifestyle, or professional boxer or an athlete of some sort, is going to realise, hey, this guy's a bit of a fucking phony. He doesn't really mean the stuff. But I didn't have too much of an issue because the first 3 videos that I watched, even though they were so over the top, and he throws in his little catchphrase with, you need to do better, mind your own business. Well, hold on, you little fucking shitbag. You've got involved in someone else's business, and you're going, hey, in this gym, in the United Kingdom, even though I live in the United States, this person has done this. Blah, blah. Do better, mind your own business, but I can talk about you. These little silly looks and these little fucking stuff. And then, so when you start reading the comments from the people, and some of the comments, man, of the people who follow him, like, here was one, and I'm not being rude here, but this shows the mentality of the idiots who follow this guy. I've been going to the gym for 2 years. I weigh 345 pounds at 5'4". I've lost 2 pounds in 6 months. I'm so proud of my achievement. No, you've had a shit. That is literally how that happened. When you open your mouth and put them Tic Tacs back in them Smarties and all other crap you eat, you will put that back on. That is not an achievement under any level of thing. I've worked with wheelchair users with proper disabilities, and they can lose that in a week. It is no achievement. And I'm not trying to be an arsehole here. People need to look at the real world. You see girls and men who are 300, 400 pounds who do rapidly change their life around and will lose 200 pounds over the course of, a couple of years. And you're going on about 2 pounds in a year. And it was really hard for me because I couldn't stop eating food. I had a shit and I lost a bit of weight. Yay for me. And these people all want attention, think they're special. And you've got Joey going, yo, this is what it's about, guys. You've got to look at him. This guy has a great physique, nothing to criticise there. He has no relation towards you people. Like, he can't relate to you. And you think you can relate to him, and I'll tell you why. Because the people who relate to him have achieved nothing in their life in any type of thing. Half of them are like single mothers. Like, the women tend to be single mothers with 8 different kids. A dad called Ronnie, a dad called fucking Jeremy, every different race under the sun. They're just popping kids out and claiming benefits, That is all the mothers are there. And then the men who follow him are these fat guys, or these really skinny guys wearing makeup going, oh, I get curves today. I lifted a 4-pound dumbbell. Blah, blah, blah. It's fucking ridiculous. And, it was when I saw comments like the girl I mentioned there, going out back to her now, she was actually going, please, and everyone's going, yeah, you lost 2 pounds in 6 months, yeah, and sharing around. You're like, what the fuck? And they go, I just hate bodybuilders because bodybuilders are so nasty. Or I hate footballers because footballers, it's all about joining in. It's not about what you're just looking, you're thinking, God, how many Wendy's did you have? And then did you fucking eat, wasn't that enough? So you had to go to McDonald's and KFC just to digest it all. And it's the mentality of these people in general, because they have nothing. They've got no money. They've got nothing. They put themselves in the gutter. And I was just reading the comments. I saw another person who goes, oh yeah, I've been in the gym for 2 years. Puts these stats up that are appalling. Says he doesn't know what he's doing, but I try and give advice. What's the problem? You can't give advice. A young kid comes to you, you've pulled your back 3 times in the gym, you're telling him how to deadlift, you don't know yourself, and you fuck his back. Your advice is horrendous. You're actually hurting people. And then you've got Joey fucking liking these comments, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy up to? Who is this fucking clown of a man? like I said, most of his videos, if I'm honest, I think take away the marketing techniques and the way he brainwashes these little monkeys and the swole army, which is just a bunch of inbreds who play with themselves over the fucking, you know, whatever they're doing, whatever meal they're going to have next KFC. Because when you get away from these people and you look at Joey Swole and you go, okay, you know, I probably agreed with 7 out of 10 videos. The ones that I don't agree with is when it'll be like a girl and you'll be like, what has she done? And he goes, oh, a girl went into the gym and she recorded a video for her OnlyFans. There's no one in the background. And who cares, Joey? I know you might bat for the other team, you know, but you don't have to be angry about it. There's plenty of lesbians, gay men who have no problem with straight people. Maybe you should do the same yourself. And then when you go a step further, it's his humour and his jokes. Like when he'll just go in the bathtub with his little dinosaur going, rah, rah, rah. It's like, I kind of understand why you're doing this, because the people who watch your videos are mentally challenged. So they're going to laugh at stuff that a 2-year-old might laugh at. But to anyone, you know, anyone who can brush their own teeth and, you know, tie their own shoelaces is going to think, guy's a bit of a donkey, isn't he? And then I go to other videos, like there was one that really pissed me off, and it was a guy. And I've actually had the similar situation happen, which was I was deadlifting in a gym, and I was going for 260. So for me, that's a good deadlift. You know, my deadlift isn't my strongest exercise. I can do more than that, but at the time it was a 260 deadlift. And I was going for reps. I think it was on the 3rd rep. The cleaner comes up and she goes, and she literally almost ran under the bar, and she put her push down. She nearly went on it. So I looked at her once I'd put the weight down. I said, are you fucking stupid? I said, one, I could have fucking pulled my back and ripped my back then. I said, Mitch, me and you would have been having a serious issue. I said, on number 2, I could have dropped that fucking weight straight onto you if I couldn't get it when you knew I was repping out. Like, are you retarded? You're not here. I'm lifting here, and you decided to clean under me. Are you fucking stupid? You know, you're putting yourself in danger. And number 3, had I hurt myself, they would have been on life support because I would have kicked the fuck out of them. You know, use your fucking brain. You know, it's common sense. It's like if you saw someone at Tesco's and you've got a little kid under trying to reach for something, so the guy at the Tesco's goes, oh, we need to go to the top, and he pulls the ladder over and smacks the kid in the head, and it's just fucking stupid. Now, I saw a video where someone did this with Joey Styles, and the only difference was I didn't need to record that. I spoke to the person, I told the staff member, don't ever fucking do that again, it'll be a serious issue. You know, I pointed out how stupid it was. They apologised, admitted it was stupid. Now, this girl, I think it was a girl actually thinking of it, she's doing deadlifts in the video, and a guy does the same thing. He comes under and he puts how a girl does, he puts a brush under where she's lifting, and she drops it and she ends up calling him an idiot, and she puts it online. He's like, well, she isn't an idiot, she's the cleaner there, she's entitled. She isn't entitled to do that, you fucking moron. Did she hurt herself there? She could sue that gym. She was fully right. Now, no, she didn't need to put it on social media because the girl backed down quite quick. But at the end of the day, she was right. And I see you defending fucking morons sometimes who actually get what they've got coming to them. I saw one, it's like, oh, you only allowed 30 minutes on the treadmill. Stupid rule. And truthfully, I just put the gym off. That'd be me personally. But there's 12 different treadmills, and someone goes, oh, I want to use that one because that one I like because I can see out the window. And you've got Joey going, well, if he wants to use that one, he can use that one. Go fuck off. There's 10 other treadmills not in use. They're all the same. Well, yeah, but it's slightly different, that one. The sun hits my ass. I know you're a fucking moron. You know, the gym's going to be busy. You share stuff. When I'm in the gym, if someone wants to use the bench and I'm on it, I'll say, yeah, jump in, bro. There was a girl wanting to do squats. Her best squat was 60 kg. That was the weight she was going up to. I was doing over 265 kg, doing 267. You know what? We deloaded between, and we took it in turns. We even lowered the stand up and down because it was the only one there. That's what I did for her. It's not hard to share stuff. But at the same time, telling someone, if there's 5 squat stands available, I'm not going to say to someone, get off that squat stand, because I want to use the one in the middle, because it makes me look at myself, my penis gets erect. You know, fuck off, you fucking idiots, you know. And I just don't like the guy. I think it's because he's so fake. And when you actually look down at everything he does, even his catchphrase he's done, you need to do better, mind your own business. But he's getting involved in other businesses. And like I said, usually I agree with him. That's the sad thing. It's how he presents himself that I don't like. I know he's done a big thing on, what's it called, the Austin Theory, and that made me laugh. He's like, I'm going to send my swole army after you, I'm going to get Austin Theory cancelled, I'm sending millions of people to his page. Mate, I checked your views, the view hadn't even had 100,000 people, it had 16,000 likes. No one was going to Austin Theory, no one cared. You know why? Because you think, shit, Joey, you're nothing. No one knows who you are outside of your little fucking inbred fans. So obviously you're not going to cancel something. And you know what? The sad thing is, Joey was actually right. Austin Theory was a dick in the video. He was mistreating people. But do you really think a company as big as the WWE are going to listen to you? Joey, you need to do better. Boom. Fuck off.